Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fox Den. Yeah, I'm sorry for being a little late. I had some stuff to do. Now this one is more of a special one because this is a one I've talked about doing a year back and just never got around to doing it. This time I am. Welcome everyone to What If Female. There we go. Welcome to What If Female Deku Was a Guardian, but with a little twist. Now, because I found this certain picture, as you see on the left side, about a fox girl guardian, that's what I'm using. Now how will this guardian or female Deku get to the My Hero world? Well, that's where the unique properties of the story will come into play. So then, let us start, shall we? We open up on Mars. No, we open up on the moon. During the final events of Shadowkeep. No, wait. Where the witness will be telling our guardian, or Izumi in this case, or I'll call her Relia. Yeah, Relia. Where this witness taking Relia's form, who looks like Relia, would tell her that she is her salvation. That we are the salvation. We are your salvation. This is when we'll cut to 3 months after that event, being the Beyond Light story. They're in the final fight at the temple before entering the temple. While entering the temple, her ghost was shot. Her ghost was shot out by a fallen, using a round powerful enough to take out her ghost, just like in Forsaken. But something happened. After the fight, she survived, unlike Cade. Rip best character in Destiny. She survived and went on and escaped into the Dark Temple, or Dark Pyramid. While there, the witness, or the darkness, calls to her, asking her some simple questions. Do you wish to survive? Do you wish to save all those you care about? Do you wish to protect the Vanguard against themselves? Relia would nod her head, saying, I do. I wish to protect them. With the dark voice telling her, then you shall. All you have to do is to accept the darkness that's within you. Become the first guardian of darkness. I will bring back your ghost, so you can still be yourself. Just note, you may be different. What do you say, Guardian? Do you accept these conditions? With no other choice, Aurelia would agree. Because, above all else, what made her a good hunter is her selfless attitude. The fact that she's willing to give up, herself to make sure the Vanguard and her friends and her pseudo family are protected. Which is why she always has the Ace of Spades on her. That it being Kate, one, not only just being Kate's last will, but also being her only way to have some semblance of her mentor and leader. She always keeps the ace on her. She now verbally agrees to this voice to say that she accepts their proposal. And when the darkness finally her ghost would appear in front of her. This time, instead of the light blue tinge it would normally have, her ghost now has this dark blue tinge. As she would then use and wield its power for the first time. As soon as Izumi saw her ghost, she knew there was no turning back, and accepted it for what it was. Izumi straight up told her ghost, "I wish it's good to have you back, friend." The ghost would say, "Nice to be back, buddy." The ghost would be back to tell that it's nice to be back, friend. The ghost of Relia's ghost in this case is more stern cold in his attitude. But what made her different is, well, her kind of, not really semblance, but what made Relia's ghost different to the others is her abnormal attitude for others. Is her cariness to others is what made her her, and what other guardians loved. But the main difference between Relia and her ghosts is their glaring differences, which is what people loved. The ghost would ask Relia, "So, what happened?" And with Relia telling her ghost, "I may have accepted the darkness." The ghost, understandably being sort of annoyed, but when Relia told the ghost, her ghost, what happened, her ghost, she would agree. Ah, well then. I actually did not expect to see an ace of spades on here. Someone's using an ace. Did not expect that. Yep. Fuck. You win some, you lose some. Anyways, let's continue the story. Her ghost now has this kind of purplish eye to represent its color. its new attunement to the dark. But strangely enough, the ghost accepts it. Maybe because she's now loyal to the ghost. Maybe. Or maybe she just feels more connected to her guardian. Now then. The voice would speak once again to both her and her ghost, saying, "Now that you're my guardian, I would ask you of something. I would ask you to travel through the time, back to a place where powers like the light existed, and save that world from itself from becoming, and save that timeline from becoming what we are. Save that world from itself, and stop the person known as All for One." Oh, wait, no. And stop the person known as the voice would cut. As Fallen would start, the Fallen faction would start invading the pyramid. With, of course, Relia pulling out her ace of spades and start firing back. Knowing that they're out of time, the voice, or I guess you can say the witness, or the darkest voice, would pull Relia into a portal, sending her off to the My Hero world, sending her off her way. As it happens, you can hear another guardian and another guardian's voice ring out. This being the player's guardian. They might come into play later, who knows? As then we'll cut over to the perspective of one Shota Aizawa Razorhead during one of his nights out on patrol. He's patrolling the south side of Tokyo this time. Notably, he's quite annoyed about it, but he somehow doesn't mind. But what makes it unique is, well, he sees a sort of purplish portal open up. When he goes to investigate, he would see this woman clad in white armor. Well, what he presumes to be a woman due to the very obvious bust sticking out of her armor. He would go up to her and ask if she's okay, with her quickly responding that she is, and that she's okay, and she thanks him for asking, and that's when she would then ask, "Where am I?" Aizawa was saying, "You're currently in Japan." With Relia, knowing that from what her ghost told her, she came from the ruins of Japan. She was revived in the ruins of Japan. So Relia would ask, what year is it? With Aizawa answering, but being confused about it, saying it's 2018. Wait, I'll say it's 2025. Why do you say? With Relia just looking up towards Aizawa, saying, "Oh, it's nothing. I'm just a little confused. I That portal really did a number on me. With Aizawa not pushing anything further. Simply just kind of shuts up and accepts it. And well, this is where things would go wrong. A villain would pop in and start attacking Aizawa from behind. That's when Reli would pull her gun and firing on the villain. Sorry, I'm also playing D2 in the background. Anyway, she would fire her ace of spades towards the random villain, killing him. Aizawa would turn her head and begin to turn his head towards her and begin to start arresting her. With Aizawa just saying, or with Relia just simply tilting her confusion, saying, "Don't you guys normally kill these guys? Isn't that how law works?" With Relia being really confused by why she's getting punished for this. It's only when Aizawa explains everything where Relia finally realizes what she did was wrong. He states, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Which seems to satisfy Aizawa, at least a little bit. Because he now knows that she's not a bad person at heart. But what about everyone else, though? That's a question for another time. Wow, they all decided to rush me. That's hilarious. That means we all not gonna win this match. Idiots. He has some ability. Sorry about that. Anyways, let's continue. Aizawa, without anything else to do, she explains what has happened to her, but leaves out the part with obvious inclination that she is from a different timeline. She just states that she's from a country that is known for not capturing but murdering villains, which seems to satisfy Aizawa. At least for the time being. which worked for her. After all, she doesn't need someone charged coming after her. Now, she does explain a little more about herself. But when Aizawa asked if she had anyone to stay, she reluctantly said, no, she does not. But this is where something happens that surprises even her. The person in front of him, who she has never haven't known for more than a day, asks her if she would like to live with him. And that if she can take off her helmet so he can see her. She does, and Aizawa would see the fox ears on her and ask if that's her quirk. Now I don't know where the quirk is, but her ghost would pop up next to her with Aizawa seeing, telling Aizawa that I am her quirk. I call myself a spiritual guardian, you can say. I'm a spiritual ghost, and her quirk is called Spirit Fox Guardian. That's what Aizawa is satisfied with that answer and says, okay, I'll put that down as registration. Do you know what's your name by chance, miss? With Relia saying, my name's Relia. I don't remember my maiden name. With Aizawa stating that that's quite alright, and they'll figure it out. They'll put a temporary one in for you in the meantime. Which seems to satisfy Relia. Time would go on with Relia explaining what her quote-unquote quirk can do, and Aizawa being a little pissy about what the amount of stuff she can do. They explain stasis as ice, since that's the easiest way to explain it than explain it as a power of darkness. That, and she's afraid that the Guardian from her time might be alive during this period. So she's afraid of being branded as a rogue. Which, if you think about it, it's actually quite normal. To be scared of being left out or being different. But something definitely changes when Aizawa asks about her age. Relia states that she doesn't really know her age, since from far as she's remembered, she's been on her own. So she stopped caring about her age, is what the lie she came up with. Aizawa would look her head up and down and come to the conclusion that she's only possibly like 5 or... not like 5. Probably like in her mid-teens to late teens. Is what the conclusion Aizawa would come up with. And that's what he stays with. This is when Aizawa would ask Relia, I'll put you down as 16. You don't look much older than 16, in my opinion. So Aizawa would put her into UA, but ask her if she wants to go through the entrance exam. She would say that the entrance exam is more of a formality. Ooh, scout rifles. Yeah, that hurts. Anyways, Relia would go on to, well, help Aizawa in a lot of his ventures. While Relia is in quote-unquote training, Aizawa is constantly asking questions about her past and who she once was. With Relia coming up with an excuse every time. Some of them being extremely elaborate, some of them being pretty poor, and Aizawa knows it. Aizawa during his time with Relia knows she's hiding something, but doesn't know what it is. All you can do right now is wonder who she really is. And that works with works with Aizawa better. Ooh, someone said we're gonna stasis ability. Oh, okay. Just single super me. Okay, you motherfucker. Motherfucker. People sometimes, man. Anyways. The game would go on. The day would go on in her life. As some unexpected circumstances happen. That being the first time she met Katsuki Bakugo. Which is emotional for Relia, since she's met Akatsuki before. Katsuki is a pretty famous hunter, a pretty famous titan. A pretty famous titan during her time. And that it's known that he can possibly rival Zavala in terms of strength. Due to his explosive light powers. But this is also when Relia perks up and realizes that maybe she can meet the otherworld version of herself. This piques Relia's interest. Ah, the freaking scout rifle guy again. Yeah, at least I reduced their health a bit. Okay, let me switch up to this weapon so I can start getting some sustained fire on the boss to help my team. And we lost another game. Because this one scout rifle guy has been killing my entire team every single time. Fuck, I'm just gonna sit. Anyways. Relia would meet Katsuki Bakugo, a first-year Niue. As she is put in as a second year due to her age, being 16 and all. She would meet Katsuki Bakugo and introduce herself, asking, it's like, hello, I'm Relia. Nice to meet you, Bakugo. Katsuki Bakugo. Katsuki would tell her. The greatest hero to ever grace UA. Relly would chuckle a bit, saying, I've heard of you I heard of you. Bakugo would answer, saying, You heard me from the beginning of the year, the entrance exam, right? With Relly nodding her head, saying, Yes, I've heard of you. I heard you from the entrance exam. Relly would extend her hand, saying, I'm the only student that survived Aizawa's class for the second years. It's been nice working with you. Bakugo would be confused and ask her, What do you mean? Relly would say, Aizawa has a tendency to expel his class if they're not expelling people from his class if they don't meet his standards. I'm the only surviving member of his class, so he's putting me back in the first year class to help train you guys in a way. I'm like his TA, his teacher assistant. Bakugo just simply smiling, saying, Well, it'll be nice to know you. Get to know you better. And that's what I did off today, guys. This is a little weird, and I hope you guys like this. I'm probably going to do a different version of this later. But I'm spending time with someone right now, so I'm going to end it off for today night. For now. See ya.